Minions, the essential thing in every MOBA game. League is not an exception to this rule. You have to farm minions every game. You are putting hours and hours for farm, but do you actually trying to maximize your CS score? Or you are doing it automatically, just because you need to do it? In this video I'll share with all of you everything that I know about CSing. Why do you need it that much? How to train your CS score and optimize farming at any stage of the game. Get ready and enjoy. Let's start it. First, let's talk about why do you need CS that much and should prioritize farming over kills. League is a game where consistency is valued above all else. Everything is constantly changing except two things: your skill and fundamentals. Using these fundamentals and applying your skill to them is the best way to win as many games as possible. That's why farming minions is the most consistent way of getting gold and items in your games. You cannot rely on kills or getting objectives, so this is your main source of resources. Also, they are not only giving you gold, but also experience. Every level is approximately 500 gold worth of stats, which is a lot. It's worth to mention that with better CSing you will be able to push waves faster, which will give you more time to do different things, like roam, place vision or recall. Alright, now we know how important CSing is. I don't think it was a surprise to everyone. So, how should we train our CSing and last hits in order to be much stronger and consistent? First of all, you should use simple practice tool. Go into it, pick melee champion, buy starter items and farm as many minions as you can with autos only. It will be hard to not miss any minions at first, but it's the first step in order to maximize your CS. Okay, when you can constantly farm 10 CS per minute, it's time for the next step. Try to do it as melee champion without items. It will be a bit harder, but nothing too crazy. When you can achieve same goal, this is when it will become a bit tricky. Next step that you should do is pick range champion with items and try to farm with autos only. You can pick ADC at first, so it will be a bit easier. The problem with range champions is that you need to think not only about your auto attack animation and damage that you are dealing with it. You also have to think about distance between you and minion. It will change every time, so it's very hard to learn last hits consistently as a range champion. Still, it's doable and you can achieve it with trainings. Now, when you can farm 10 CS per minute as range champion, you are already pretty good at CSing without any pressure. However, you still can improve at this aspect. Try to farm as mage without any items. It's the hardest step, and it will be almost impossible to farm 10 CS per minute consistently with it, but the more you will do it, the better you will last hit in real games. I recommend to do it at least for 5-15 minutes before playing the game. Now, your hands are used to farming minions, and they will do it automatically most of the time. However, in the real game, it will be pretty hard to pay attention to many different things at the same time, like trading, positioning and farming. If you want to improve your CS, you need to focus only on that for a few days. Yes, you will probably win less, but does it really matter that much? Long term your CS score will be much higher than any other player in your ELA, so you will win more games with simple fundamental skill. If you are playing in the real game and trying to win it without focusing on CS, you will still miss some minions in certain situations you are not used to. For example, it will be pretty hard to last hit minions when you stacked 3 waves for slow push. You can try in such situations too, but it's easier to do a different thing in this case. Every time you miss a minion, just think for 1-2 seconds how you could prevent it. You could also say to yourself that you should have been last hit this minion. Every time you pay attention to it, your brain will gather this information and improve the process without your knowledge. If you missed many minions, you also can check replay and think about every missed minion. All of this will improve your creep score significantly. Alright, let's talk about how to maximize your farm at every stage of the game. Early game. Your goal in early game is to create priority, so you can do a lot of different stuff. How you can achieve this? Well, by constantly pushing the wave. You have to slow push in first levels. For example, you can stack 3 waves early under the enemy turret and then recall to get a bit more stats, so you can farm and fight much easier. You also can take scuttle instead if both junglers are not on the river. Overall, you need good recalls and push to maximize your CS in early game. In mid-game, after about 15 minutes, bot lane usually going to mid, because they can create priority for 2 people instead of 1, and be close to every objective on the map. You're also pretty close to every jungle camp, and this is where optimization shines the most. You have to push into anything. Scuttle alive, push and take it. Raptors alive, push and take them. Your team wanna invade enemy jungle, push, place vision and take their camps. Your team wanna fight some neutral, take camps while you are running to your team. You should use time that you are winning with your push as optimal as possible. You can even farm wave mid lane. Roam to bot lane, where a split pusher trying to take your tier 2, get free kill and take the wave. Now go back to mid lane while farming your jungle camps and catch the wave there. You will be surprised how many minions and camps people are leaving and not farming at all, especially in lower ranks. In a late game, it's basically the same. Your clear speed is insane. You can farm camps in just a few seconds, so it's important to farm them and get extra gold. It's especially important to always catch mid wave before objective, because if you won't do it and will lose the fight, enemy team can easily end the game with only 1 wave. Minions are important. I'm sure that if you will do all of this, you will be able to get 8, 9 or even 10 CS per minute in almost every game and win it, just because you farm better than any other player in enemy team. I hope this video was useful for you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe and leave the comment. I appreciate any feedback and it's very important for me. Thank you and goodbye.